Most cars do not break down because they are old or poorly made. They break down because of bad habits. Every time you skip a fluid change, ignore a strange noise, or push the car too hard when it is cold, you are shaving miles off its life. But then, there are those few drivers who quietly hit 300,000 miles without a single major repair. And these drivers are neither mechanics nor driving luxury cars. They just picked up the right habits and stuck with them. In this video, you are going to learn 20 habits that helped me take a regular car way past the 300,000 mark. These are not your typical oil change reminders. These are smart, high-yield routines that keep your car breathing better, burning cleaner, and aging slower. Let's begin with the first habit. So simple yet so effective, it can literally double the lifespan of your engine. Number 1, warm up with motion, not idling. Letting your car sit and idle in the driveway every morning might feel like the right way to warm it up, but it is slowly working against you. Modern engines are designed to warm up faster when they are under light load. That means gentle driving warms the engine quicker than sitting still. When you let the engine idle from a cold start, the oil stays thick, combustion is inefficient, and unburnt fuel can start seeping into the oil. Over time, this creates sludge, dilutes lubrication, and increases wear on key engine components. Even your catalytic converter takes longer to reach operating temperature when idling, making your emissions worse and fuel economy drop. The better habit is to start the car, wait 30 seconds to let oil circulate, then drive off gently. Keep the RPMs low for the first few minutes. This gets everything up to temperature the right way without stressing cold components. Drivers who adopt this habit not only get better mileage, they avoid premature engine wear that idlers don't see coming. Well, our next habit has nothing to do with the engine at all. This one protects the outside of your car from aging faster than the inside. Number 2, wash the undercarriage regularly, not just the paint. Most people wash their car for the shine, but if you want it to last, it is what you clean underneath that matters more. Road salt, mud, and grime build up under your vehicle in places you never see. Over time, that layer traps moisture and starts eating away at the frame, fuel lines, suspension parts, and even brake components. Rust does not just ruin your car's looks. It makes bolts seize, parts fail, and repair costs skyrocket. And once it starts, it is almost impossible to stop. The worst part is you will not notice anything wrong until a mechanic points out a rotting subframe or a leaking brake line. The fix is easy. Get an undercarriage wash every couple of weeks during wet seasons, especially after driving on salted roads. Even in warm or dry climates, sand and grime can still trap moisture and speed up corrosion. Protecting the underside is like brushing the teeth you cannot see. Skip it, and the decay creeps in quietly. Coming up is a simple driving habit that protects one of the most expensive parts in your entire car. Number 3, let your transmission shift naturally. One of the most overlooked killers of automatic transmissions is impatient driving. You might not even realize you're doing it. For example, shifting from reverse to drive while the car is still rolling backward, or jamming it into park before the vehicle has fully stopped. These small mistakes add up fast. Your transmission needs a moment to disengage and re-engage smoothly. Forcing it to switch directions while moving stresses the internal clutches, bands, and gears. Over time, this can lead to hard shifting, slipping, or total failure that costs thousands to repair. The right habit is simple. Always let the car come to a complete stop before changing between drive, reverse, or park. That short pause gives your transmission the time it needs to transition safely. Drivers who do this consistently can easily double the lifespan of their gearbox, and if you ever feel a harsh shift, do not ignore it. Early signs of wear should be addressed before they turn into full breakdowns. But before you even hit drive, there's one simple move that could save your battery, alternator, and fuses from gradual wear most drivers never see coming. Number 4, turn off accessories before starting the engine. Most drivers hop in, press start, and go. But if your headlights, AC, radio, or phone chargers are all running before the engine turns over, you are putting a heavy strain on your battery and alternator right from the jump. When your ignition fires up, the starter motor pulls a big surge of power. If all your accessories are on at the same time, your battery drains faster, and your alternator has to work harder to catch up. Over time, this can shorten the life of both components and increase the chances of a dead battery, especially in cold weather. The better habit is to switch everything off before shutting down your car, so your next startup is clean. Then, once the engine is running smoothly, you can turn those systems back on. This small tweak improves cold starts, reduces wear on your electrical system, and helps your car age a little slower each day. This next habit seems harmless, but it is actually responsible for countless engine failures over time. Number 5, don't ignore the check engine light. It is easy to pretend it is nothing. Maybe the car still runs fine, maybe you are in a rush, or maybe you just do not want to deal with it today, but that glowing check engine light is not just a suggestion. It is your car's way of saying something is off, and ignoring it could turn a cheap fix into a wallet-crushing repair. Sometimes it is a loose gas cap. Other times, it is a misfiring cylinder, a failing sensor, or a problem with your emission system. If you keep driving like nothing is wrong, you could end up damaging your catalytic converter, overheating the engine, or triggering a full-on breakdown. Smart drivers scan the code as soon as the light comes on. Many auto parts stores will do it for free. That simple check tells you what the problem is, how urgent it is, and what your next move should be. Catching issues early keeps your engine running clean, prevents further damage, and can save you thousands over the long haul. Now, the next habit has nothing to do with your engine or the road, yet it quietly decides how long your car truly lasts. Number 6, stick to one trusted mechanic. Bouncing between different garages might seem fine, but it stops anyone from seeing the full picture. A single, consistent mechanic learns your car's history, spots patterns, and catches issues before they turn serious. When service records are scattered, early warning signs get missed. Small leaks, recurring noises, or wear trends often go unnoticed. A trusted mechanic gives better advice, builds trust over time, and saves you from surprise repairs. Now let's shift to something that seems small but can quietly destroy your car's appearance over time. Number 7, don't let dirt and grime sit on the paint. It is easy to put off a car wash when life gets busy, but leaving dirt, bugs, bird droppings, and road salt on your paint for too long does more damage than most people think. These contaminants are acidic. They slowly eat through the clear coat, then the paint, and eventually reach the metal underneath. That is how rust starts, and once it does, it spreads fast. Washing your car regularly, especially after rain or long drives, protects more than the shine. It seals in value. Cars with faded or chipped paint lose resale value quickly, even if the engine runs perfectly. You do not need a full detail every week. A simple rinse and wash with a microfiber mitt does the job. Add wax every few months for extra protection. You see, even a quick wash can stop long-term damage before it starts. It keeps your paint healthy and your car looking newer, longer, but none of that matters if the thing your car rests on every day is working against you. Number 8, don't drive with uneven tire pressure. One soft tire might not seem like a big deal, but it throws off your entire car's balance. It forces the engine and suspension to work harder, affects alignment, and even makes your fuel economy worse. Over time, this uneven stress can shorten the life of your tires, wheel bearings, and drivetrain. Always check your tire pressure monthly, not just when a warning light comes on. Keep them inflated to your car's recommended PSI, not the max listed on the tire. Even wear equals smooth rides and fewer repairs. Next up is a quick habit you can do before every drive, and it helps spot major problems before they leave you stranded. Number 9, do a quick walk around before driving. It takes less than a minute, but a simple walk around can catch problems before they catch you. Look for low tires, fluid leaks, cracked lights, or anything unusual under the car. You might spot a bulge in a tire, a dripping hose, or a burnt-out brake light. These are early warnings of bigger trouble. Catching them now means avoiding breakdowns, fines, or dangerous situations later. Make it part of your routine, and you'll start spotting trouble before it ever becomes a problem. And speaking of early warnings, there's one fluid under your hood that can quietly cook your engine if you're not paying attention. Number 10, keep an eye on coolant levels. Your engine runs hot, and without coolant, it will overheat fast. But most drivers rarely check their coolant levels until it's too late. Low coolant can lead to warped heads, blown gaskets, or even total engine failure. Every couple of weeks, pop the hood and look at the reservoir when the engine is cold. The level should sit between the min and max lines. If it's low, top it off with the right mix of coolant and water. And if it keeps dropping, you might have a hidden leak that needs fixing. This 5-second check is one of the cheapest ways to protect your engine long term. But even with full coolant, your engine still needs one thing before it's ready to move, especially on cold mornings. Number 11, don't skip the warm-up in cold weather. When temperatures drop, your engine oil thickens. Starting your car and driving off immediately doesn't give it time to circulate and coat vital parts. That metal-on-metal friction causes tiny amounts of wear, and over time, that wear adds up. Letting your engine idle for 30 to 60 seconds before moving allows oil to reach everywhere it needs to. Then drive gently for the first few minutes to let everything come up to temperature smoothly. This habit reduces long-term engine stress, especially in diesel vehicles or older models without modern warming systems. Our next habit has nothing nothing to do with cold weather, but it plays a huge role in keeping your engine healthy year-round, and most people forget it even exists. Number 12. Replace the engine air filter on time. Your engine needs air to breathe, just like you do. But over time, dust, pollen, and road grime clog the air filter, starving the engine of oxygen. That means weaker performance, sluggish acceleration, and more fuel burned for less power. Most drivers forget this simple maintenance step, but replacing your air filter every 12,000 to 15,000 miles can restore lost power and even improve mileage by a few percentage points. It's one of the easiest ways to keep your engine breathing freely and running strong. But power and efficiency don't just depend on airflow, and sometimes the problem starts with how you're using your feet. Number 13. Stop resting your foot on the brake pedal. It is something many drivers do without thinking, especially in traffic, but resting your foot lightly on the brake pedal creates constant pressure in the system. That leads to premature brake wear, overheating, and reduced fuel efficiency. Over time, it also confuses your brake lights. They might stay on slightly, draining your battery or giving drivers behind you the wrong signals. The fix is simple. Keep your foot flat on the floor when not braking. Use cruise control when safe to avoid constant adjustments. But even with perfect footwork, there's a silent habit that can poison your fuel system from the inside out. Number 14. Letting your fuel tank run too low. Keeping your fuel tank near empty might seem harmless, but it actually stresses your fuel pump. The pump sits inside the tank and relies on fuel to stay cool. When levels run low, it overheats and wears out faster. Worse, running near empty stirs up sediment that settles at the bottom of the tank. That debris can clog your fuel filter or even damage injectors if it gets pulled into the system. Try to keep your tank at least 1/4 full. It is a simple way to protect expensive parts and avoid getting stranded. Keeping your tank out of the danger zone protects far more than your range. It safeguards your entire fuel system. But there is another vital fluid under your hood that often gets overlooked, and the cost of ignoring it can be brutal. Number 15. Checking your transmission fluid regularly. Neglecting your transmission fluid is one of the fastest ways to destroy your transmission. Most drivers focus on engine oil and completely forget about this crucial fluid. But dirty or low transmission fluid leads to hard shifting, overheating, and early failure. Check the level monthly if your car has a dipstick. Look for bright red fluid that smells clean, not burnt. If it looks dark or smells off, it's time to change it. For sealed systems, have it inspected by a pro based on your vehicle's mileage schedule. Transmission repairs can cost thousands. This habit costs nothing and can add years to your drivetrain. The next habit is something you do with your hands, not your feet, but it directly affects your steering system's long-term health. Number 16. Don't turn the steering wheel at a standstill. Cranking your steering wheel while the car is completely stopped puts unnecessary strain on your power steering components. It grinds the tires against the pavement, stresses the steering rack, and wears out suspension parts faster. This habit is especially harmful during tight parking maneuvers or three-point turns. Always let the car roll slightly, even just a few inches, before making sharp turns. That small movement reduces stress across the whole front end. It feels minor, but over thousands of turns, it adds up fast. So make sure to give your steering system that slight roll, and it'll reward you with fewer repairs and tighter handling over time. Meanwhile, there's a common habit after dark that can slowly drain both your wallet and your wiring. Number 17. Avoid driving too long with high beams on. High beams are great for dark country roads, but using them constantly, especially in the city or around other drivers, can lead to multiple problems. They draw more power, generate more heat, and wear out your bulbs faster than regular headlights. Worse, they can blind oncoming traffic, which could lead to accidents or even tickets in some areas. Over time, overusing them may also put added strain on your car's electrical system, especially in older vehicles. Use high beams only when needed and switch back as soon as you see another vehicle approaching. Next habit is about a sound you hear every day that tells you more about your car's health than most warning lights ever will. Number 18. Don't ignore unusual noises. Clicks, knocks, squeals, or grinding sounds are never just normal. They are your car's early warning system. A faint chirp today could be a snapped belt tomorrow. A soft clunk might point to a loose suspension component that could fail under stress. Most drivers turn up the radio and hope it goes away, but acting early can save thousands in repairs. If you hear something new or strange, investigate or have a mechanic take a quick look. Often it's a cheap fix that prevents a major breakdown, but sometimes it's not about listening, but about keeping one small small component clean. And our next habit plays a big role in both safety and visibility. Number 19. Keep your windshield and wipers clean. This sounds basic, but dirty windshields and worn-out wipers are a bigger safety hazard than most people realize. A film of grime, bug splatter, or even hard water stains can create glare, reduce visibility, and slow your reaction time. Old wiper blades also leave streaks that make things worse during rain, especially at night when oncoming headlights reflect off the smudges. Clean your windshield inside and out regularly. Replace your wiper blades at least once a year or whenever they start skipping or squeaking. Good visibility is a crucial part of safe driving. Clear glass and fresh blades don't just help you see better, they help you react faster and stay safer in any weather. But even perfect visibility won't save you from the wear and tear caused by one daily habit that quietly overloads your entire vehicle. Number 20. Don't overload your vehicle. It's easy to underestimate the toll extra weight takes on your car, but hauling around unnecessary cargo puts added strain on your suspension, brakes, engine, and even tires. This reduces fuel efficiency, causes faster tire wear, and makes your transmission work harder, especially in smaller vehicles not designed for heavy loads. Roof racks and trunk clutter are common culprits. Even leaving just 100 extra pounds in your car can reduce fuel economy by several % over time. Make it a habit to clear out your trunk and back seat regularly. Travel light unless you absolutely need the load. Now you've got 20 habits that can flip the script and keep your car running smoother, longer, and stronger than most people ever expect. Have you tried any of these before, or have one that worked wonders for you? Drop it in the comments. Let's help more drivers do it right. And if this list gave you even one tip you didn't know, tap that like button, subscribe for more, and keep your car living large past the 300,000 mark.